the state of hip hop.
Yeah.
Do you see it reviving itself anytime soon?
You know, I'm so glad you asked me that, because the other day I didn't watch the MTV Music Awards live, but I watched it. I watched like a bunch of the live performances with Elena. I went through the whole MTV YouTube playlist and I watched everybody who performed at the awards, because a lot of the pop singers she's into, I'm kind of interested in the more urban acts, whatever. We watched all of them. And I was left with this conclusion. The mainstream media has 100% lost interest in tough guy hip hop. Hip hop only matters to the mainstream now if it's a woman or a fruitcake. So like 21 Savage, they've already done that. Okay, you're a hard ass Atlanta gangster dude, whatever. You smoke Zaza. We don't care.
I ain't no blood.
You're not invited to this award show.
I ain't no
you can
blood.
come, but you're not going to perform. Meanwhile, though, like Saucy Santana, get up here, shake that BBL. The mainstream world, it's like they just don't. They don't want to touch it. It's too dangerous. It's too fucked up. They can't get near it. And I don't know what's going to have to change in which that will make that happen. Now, that being said, the mainstream media is more irrelevant than they've ever been.
Who do you think has dropped the
it matters.
album in his last 2 quarters that didn't perform that you thought would have performed?
I don't expect almost anything of any of these artists. Like when they tell me how much Fabulous album sells, I'm like, yeah, you know, not Fabulous, Big Sean. I'm like, yeah, you know, you left for 3 years.
What did it sell?
You've been a rapper for like 20 fucking years.
What did it sell?
I don't know, but it wasn't great. It was not, you know, everybody's selling like 20K.
Did LL Cool J numbers ever show up?
I think he did 13K first week, I think I saw, or something. Like
that's what I said.
But you want to know what? He had Eminem featured.
I said 13,
that's going to really nudge your numbers in the right direction.
13 to 15,000.
Let's see what he did.
Or like 10 to 15.
Okay, 16,000 equivalent album units in the tracking week.
That messed him up.
The only thing I listened to from it, I watched the YouTube video of him and Eminem. All I'm saying is that if you have an Eminem feature, that is going to push your fucking numbers up significantly.
You know who shocked me?
Who?
42 Doug.
Why?
Because usually when an artist that was hot, and he was hot, goes to jail, who's authentic, respected, and then comes home, got with Sexy Red, the hot chick, and drop some shit and let it go, they usually do okay.
But I feel like him going to Sexy Red, if anything, was like him kind of acknowledging that he really needed to, that he himself was not that hot and he had to go to somebody who was hotter than him.
No, but usually you're come home, you're hot.
Yeah, if you play it right.
Everything's changed.
They want to hear your first day out, and they want to see what you're doing for the first couple weeks that you're out, but ultimately, if you don't manage to maintain that interest, it's not going to matter.
You mean content?
42 Doug, like, I think is dope. I've been into him since he first came out. I did listen to the new album, and it's kind of like, it's almost like very vague drill music. There's a lot of talk about pulling up and spinning and stuff. But,
so it's over with.
But we're so used to listening to rappers who are actually putting names in there and like being much more specific that to me, listening to 42 Doug kind of do like a lot of that style, but then like, it's like a little bit more vague. Like you don't really know. Like I don't know. Like who he's talking about. Who he wants to spin.
How you feel about Quando Rondo turning Muslim? And we watched him drop his flag.
I think he picked it back up.
No, he turned Muslim.
Yeah, but I feel like him like no longer being a Crip. When we did the interview with him,
he dropped his flag.
There was many moments where it became obvious that him and his friends largely still identify that way.
He dropped his flag. He got indicted. He turned Muslim. I think did he get 5 years or so?
Everybody turned a Muslim. Let's be real. It's not just the guys who are getting in trouble. It's goddamn everybody.
Who else?
You know, everyone in O Block, Lil Durk, all them. Plus, you know, Rollo's still out here doing his thing. It's just like pretty common. Andrew Tate did it. It's like, there's a lot of Muslim energy in the air. Which, hey, if it's gonna make you a better person, if it's gonna help you live your life in a healthy way, that's dope. I fuck with it. I feel like most people who are Muslim in America, it's like You don't really got anything to worry about.
What do you mean?
I mean, you know.
A lot of them are black.
Yeah.
We always have something to worry about.
Right. I'm talking about other people having anything to worry about. You hear about Hezbollah and the pagers?
Oh, yeah.
That's the wildest
Exploding
shit.
pagers.
That's some of the craziest shit in the history of, like, war.
And let me tell you what's dangerous about that. Somebody around is going to be it.
Gonna what?
They're going to be it. When the pagers blow.
Little kids dying and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How many of them went off? How many of them?
So the first round of it was the pagers in one day, and I think it killed like 9 or 10 people. And then the next day, they blew up a bunch of like walkie-talkie type things. It turns out that they had done it with those as well, and I think like another 20 people died, which is really not that many people considering the scale of this operation.
30 people.
It was also highly targeted. You know, it's like primarily the types of people.
Who were they trying to get? Just women and children? They didn't care?
No, terrorists. But I mean, if women and children died, so obviously they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, this is and we complain over here in America.
It's another level.